crime. Yeah. Young Gerald. Yeah. Die line with the boom pow. Every week now I switch to a new style. 212s in the back just blew out. Everything I do end up in the news now. Yeah. Lead a cloud with a few now. Just some Hollywood and they do. I'm in the mood now. 2 a.m. What you wanna do now? What you wanna do now? Little baby pass. Don't spill on me. That's Margella. Got this Oakland game to tell her. She look familiar. Like Coachella, what's her name? Isabella, forget it, yeah. It's like a week ago, but we both know how weekends go. Tryna function, got some places we could go. Lot y'all got me speaking slow like, yeah, I'm blessed. I don't GA, you tryna, yes on yes. Say less. Say less. You ain't gon' say less. Yeah. Say less. Hey girl, what it do? If you got friends, cool, bring a few through. No fun if the homies, man. R.I.P. Nate Dogg, this too true. And you know what I'm down for. Round 2, round 3, and a round 4. Mood switch when she knocked at the front door. Next up was the uproar. Yeah. Was like a week ago, but we both know how weekends go. Tryna tuck off, got some places we could go. Swear she got the like wow, she's blessed, I'm blessed. I don't GA, you tryna yes on yes. Say less. Say less. You ain't gon' say less.
Sheesh, what you saying? I don't understand. I'm out my mind, I popped. Sheesh, I swear this lock shot got me stuttering. Girl, you not fall in love again. Sheesh, get it, my favorite rush. You talkative, ain't gotta say too much. Be quiet, who got some grapes? I'm tryna. I'm all ball for these. Get it, not compliment.
Hello, everybody. I'm
EA Sports coverage takes us to one of the newest jewels on the NFL landscape, U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. Today, it's a Week 14 matchup that should be a good one between the Chicago Bears and the Minnesota Vikings. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. They'll be led out by the former Cal Bear, Aaron Rodgers.
I know we were assigned this game, but let's face it. This is the one we wanted, isn't it? A chance to watch an MVP candidate perform down the stretches 4 weeks ago. How are you feeling about his chances?
Yeah, I think he certainly has a shot. It's going to determine what he does and what the others around him do for these last 4 weeks. But more MVP chatter, it seems like, every year as you hit the month of December. This year's going to be no exception.
Yeah, I know he's not ranked number 1 right now, but if he plays up to his capabilities, I think he's going to win the thing.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. Here's a carry now for Mike Gillislee. And he is knocked down from the side, right at the line of scrimmage. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5. And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on second down. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. From the gun on 3rd down, Rodgers. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down.
Illegal touching. Offense.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So on 4th down, here's Sam Cook to punt it away. Back to return it, Christian McCaffrey. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. Taking it about the 16. Oh, look at that.
Oh, look at him turn.
First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. No gain on the play there. Second down. So nothing there. I don't know that that's all in the back, though. You got to look at blocking there, don't you?
I would agree with that totally. At some point, they have to win at the point of attack. Instead, it was the defense getting it done again and holding them to no gain.
On second down, here's Mahomes. Flush to his right. And some room to maneuver. And he goes out of bounds across the 40-yard line. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he'll get this across midfield to the 48. North of 100 yards, the 2 scores. And, you got to give a lot of credit to the O-line. We talked a lot about him, but offensive line was good, too.
They're obviously in sync with each other, whether it's zone blocking, power running game, no matter what. He understands how to read them and find the creases that they provide.
And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on second down and short. What I like to say.
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. And he is going to feel that one. Knocked down hard. A gain of 3, second down.
I once had a defensive player in the NFL tell me, if I beat and dominate the guy across from me, I'm helping my team. Well, winning one-on-one battles is always a part of the game, but when you have good team defense, as we just saw there, one broken tackle, but he didn't get away because the rest of the guys arrived to put him on the ground.
Play clock winding down. Now they'll throw with Mahomes, eluding the pressure right. Complete. Richardson has it. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Paul Richardson, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Vikings have taken a first-quarter lead. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Bears offense making their way out as we give you a look at the playoff race in the NFC. And I tell you, 4 weeks still to go, and everything is wide open, and it's fun.
And I know we always talk about, well, if the playoffs were to begin today, and then we kind of go, okay, but they're not. Let's see how it plays out. Wouldn't it be fun to play with this playoff lineup right now? Because to me, just about anyone can win this whole thing out of this grouping we currently have. And by the time we get there, it may look entirely different.
Rodgers to throw on second down. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
Was that a receiver? Yeah, actually it was. It was a running back who was a receiver on the play. Ike's been spending time in the receiver drills getting his feet down.
Well, those guys out of the backfield, they got to be good, agile with their feet. He showed the agility there with a toe tap.
No doubt about it. It's like he'd went to ballet school. Got the toes down and stayed in bounds.
To the right side, and he's got Edelman. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Illegal forward pass. Offense.
Now, that's one they hate. The ball's got to come all the way back.
So that's an explosive play, a really explosive play that gets wiped out, and they have to start over after the penalty.
Following the penalty, Montgomery. And he'll get this up to about the 40. A sizable gain there, 9 yards as they get it back to a 3rd and 5.
You got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
From the gun on 3rd down, Rodgers. And he will find his man. It's Kenny Brett. A gain of 8 and a 1st down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. And he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Williams, the young buck, talented, but could be in for some tough sledding. He's got Jalen Ramsey assigned to shadow him across the field, and the early returns on Ramsey show he's not a guy to be taken lightly.
Not at all, and I think what really helps motivate him and fuel him, when he came out of college, a good number of people thought he had to play safety because of his size. He wanted to prove that he could be an elite corner, and he's done that already in a short amount of time.
And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
So the offense has it 1st and 10. First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Not much happening there on 1st down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
On 2nd down, here's Rodgers. And he is going to go down. They sack him on the final play of the 1st quarter. This offense 2 for 2 on 3rd downs on this drive. They're in for a tough test here, though. 3rd and long. Working from the gun. Rodgers. And complete on the right side to Bennett. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. And now the passing game here in the 2nd quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it now. The confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it. We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence.
And that field goal caps an 11-play drive.
That's a lot of offense to run to only get 3 points, but they'll take them. Anytime you can put anything on the board, you run to your sideline somewhat happy.
This one taken from the 7. And not a particularly good return here as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line. The Vikings offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep.
And he'll be taken down at the 18. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge differences, we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And down he'll go at the 25. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Let's go. McCaffrey on the counter. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
When Leonard Williams was picked in the 2015 NFL Draft, I compared him to Merlin Olsen. And I got a lot of grief about it. Did you just see that play there? Did you see how he made that move and made that tackle? That was Merlin Olsen-esque there.
I just perked up when you said Merlin Olsen.
Yeah, a lot of people said, hey, that's too much, too far.
And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. C.J. Mosley coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
Going to need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company.
All right, here we go. Blue 90.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. Mahomes hit. He lost the football.
Plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back, because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. 12 yards on the return that time. And it'll be a short field for the Bears as they take over 1st and 10. Onto the field now come the Bears. And a methodical drive last time, but they couldn't get that knockout blow. They had to settle for 3.
But you got to like what they've been doing along the way, right? It's almost like the body blows.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Miles Jack. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast, and a big sack. Now Rodgers throwing on 2nd down. He'll leave it for Montgomery, complete. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14.
Can you do any more work or make it more dramatic for not much gain than what we just saw there? Did you see how his toes got down? Tip-tap, got him down. But what did he get out of it?
He sold the sizzle. He just had no steak.
I mean, was it 1 yard?
Yeah, plays like that, you at least expect a first down. They're just 1 yard. Now he'll let it go deep over the... It's caught inside the 25. And he is down deep into Minnesota territory. They chalked that one up as a gain of 34 on 3rd down. Great patience in the pocket. Of course, it's easy to be patient when the protection's good, and it was.
Yeah, you got to pat those guys on the helmet and say thanks, because they gave him plenty of time to stay back there, survey the field, go through the reads that he wanted to, and deliver the ball accurately. That was really well executed.
They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. More from Minneapolis after this. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Larry Ridley in Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Ty Montgomery, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Bears are in for 6. Well, he wasn't the guy they were initially going for, but after going through the progressions, it worked.
When you have plenty of people who can catch the football, you don't always have to go to your primary target, and sometimes that target is actually covered. Nice job coming off of that and getting it to someone who was open.
And the man out of the backfield gets in for the score. This will be taken in at the 1. Oh, twisting away. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And out now come the Vikings. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule.
Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Quentin Coples in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, he's been under constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard.
No, check, Patriot!
From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes looking deep downfield. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
But we couldn't counting yardage on that one, didn't we? That was truly 3rd and a mile, wasn't it?
It was. I thought they might just go underneath, but they didn't. They wanted to get the first down there.
Yeah, they tried to pick up the huge chunk unsuccessfully. I'm with you. I would have tried to take some yardage just to gain some field position.
And he gets it away. A directional kick going toward the sideline. And where will this be spotted? The side judge says it went out just across midfield. Now on 1st down. And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Rodgers now looking to throw on 2nd down. And over the middle to the tight end, Bennett. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. The Bears on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
319!
From the gun, it's Rodgers. He's got a man. It's Mitchell. Back-to-back 11-yard gains, and they've got another first down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was...
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
58!
Now Rodgers to throw on 2nd down. Finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Another timeout called by the Vikings now. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. The Bears on 3rd down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And he's got Bennett. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
He's going to dump that off to his running back, Montgomery. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. And the defense with their backs against the wall a little bit here as the offense is in the red zone.
319. I'll go over here.
Into the red zone. It's Rodgers. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Darren Lee. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. And now they come up and spike it to stop the clock. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. He hit his first, this one from 40 yards out. And Suckup will put this one right through. So we reach halftime with the visiting Bears out on top here. And Larry apparently very brief in his report. Thanks anyway, my man, as we're already set for action. This is taken at the 3. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the third. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. A handoff, McCaffrey running right. And a big hit. Knocked down sideways. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. Now Mahomes throwing on 2nd down. Forced out to his left. That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
On any given pass, but you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. He'll drop it off to McCaffrey. A nice gain of 21 yards.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
And from the 3 now, it's 2nd and goal. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Here's Mahomes, 3rd and goal. And he's going to score. It's a Viking touchdown. Patrick Mahomes, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Vikings have tied it. They can grab the lead with a PAT. And that one puts them on top here in the third. Martin, the punter, now out to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. So here are the Bears now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use, just something to get you off to a quick start.
Here's Rodgers to throw. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Ryan Shazier in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Rodgers now to throw. Williams loses the football, and the Vikings pick up the football. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and caught it up.
After reviewing the play, the line on the field is reversed.
Now after the fumble recovery, it's Rodgers. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
On second down, Montgomery. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. It'll be a loss of 1, and they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. And yet again, this run game just continues to be completely shut off.
Completely stymied. I mean, they're trying to get some consistency, trying to find places to roam. They just haven't been there throughout this game.
And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. Call it a pickup of 7, and that'll bring up 4th down. Here's Sam Cook now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. This is taken at about the 14. He spins free. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Did they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
On second down, McCaffrey. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. It's a gain of 6, moves them to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Now let's go. Green. Over. No, Jack.
Mahomes looking to throw on 3rd and 2. He's going to float this one deep right side. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that and have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing.
And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. A great play there with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did.
Fundamental football. Good blocking beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
A drive there of just 4 plays. And the last play on the drive, the touchdown run from Christian McCaffrey. Martin, the punter, now out to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now the Bears offense ready to take over again. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. He had a great read there from his free safety position. And, Charles, you know with those guys, it's all about their eyes. They have to be laser-focused.
Yeah, I had to fake my way through it when I was playing, but now I can see exactly what they're doing. And on that play, he obviously had no presence to feel like he's being pushed for a pass. And without that, that allowed him to get up to the line of scrimmage and hold him to no gain.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. He got 29 yards that time.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. And he's going to be stopped here for no gain. And that's going to take us to the end of the third quarter of play. Looking to throw on second down. Rodgers to the left side and complete for Julian Edelman. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
Holding offense.
Well, there have been a ton of sacks. They were just trying to prevent another.
So what you're telling me is the conventional way has not really worked for them, huh?
Not at all.
Not all. So he tries to grab him here, and they still get caught.
To throw is Rodgers. Looking to throw on second down. He's got it to Williams. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
On third and long, it's Rodgers. Over the middle, complete. That's Bennett. And he'll get it down here to the 43. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a fourth down.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
On is the punter, Cook, who sends it away. And it's out of bounds. Now we'll see what the side judge says. He says out at the 8-yard line. The Vikings offense making their way back out. Now let's give you a look at the playoff picture coming into the weekend in the NFC. As of this moment, as pretty much everyone knows, they sit alone in that top spot. But nothing is guaranteed. They haven't even clinched the playoffs. So a good start, but a long way to go.
And you know a blunt veteran inside their line.
He's got a man, complete. A big play there for Minnesota. 57 yards. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly ded, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
A really good pickup of 28 yards. So the chains are on their sides. It's first and goal from the 6. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great effort there. His second touchdown of the game, 17th on the year. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead. Well, this is blocked. This is going the other way. But he doesn't get far. They're able to stop him. And after all that, the extra point attempt unsuccessful.
I remember when they changed the rule, and there's a lot of consternation, especially coming from the kickers. Okay, how's this going to affect things, having to kick a longer one now, much more of a field goal attempt, and the defensive guys saw it as an opportunity to get more block.
That's exactly right. There's more effort now. Before, when it was snapped down near the goal line, you would basically see guys just stand there.
Yeah, not anymore. Now, those guys are going after it because not only can they knock it away and change a little bit of momentum,
they can get 2 points.
They can pick it up and take it back for 2.
Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Myles Jack in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Rodgers to throw on second down. Going deep for Kenny Britt. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Rodgers throwing on third and long. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds.
Illegal touching. Offense.
So they decline it, as that will bring up fourth.
And I know that yardage and field position are keys to any game played, but you've got to consider downs when you're talking about penalties, and they wisely did not take that one and made it fourth down.
Now Rodgers got to have this one. Got a man, it's complete. Williams. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. They get 25 yards out of that one. And the Bears are going to get a... first. And again, it's Rodgers. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Bennett. And he is hit pretty hard from the side as he's knocked down. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
On first and 10, here's Rodgers. He's got a man complete. It's Julian Edelman. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Julian Edelman, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Bears have cut it to within a score. And there they got him the ball. Just get it to him, let him do the rest.
You know, he probably said that to his quarterback as he broke the huddle. I like the play call. Just get it to me. I'll take care of the rest of it.
Helping out his rack, right? RAC.
Run after catch, and he loves that, and he's going to carry that in at contract time.
This fielded at the 2. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. Time is starting to run out, really becoming a factor. We'll see if the defense can get the stop they need to get the ball back to the offense. And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And he'll get this up to about the 40. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. Well, at this stage, that's exactly what you want offensively. Good run on first down, stay in bounds, keep that clock rolling.
And look at that play chart that the play caller has in his hands right now. That's what you got to focus in on, because that's divided up by sections. And right now, he's looking at that 4-minute offense section. What running plays do we have to bleed down the clock and take care of the football? Right now, they're executing really well.
Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a second down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And an alley to run. Accelerating, and off he goes. Touchdown, Vikings. A big play there with his third touchdown and 18th on the year. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Bears offense now getting ready to take over. And they're going to need another score. Got one last time, but still down here.
When you're playing catch-up, every possession becomes crucial, doesn't it? It's vital. Get back out on the field, punch it in the end zone again. They know it's not easy, but what they do have going for them, they did score the last time. They think they've got a good formula working.
And what about the defense?
Well, now you're just saying to yourself, okay, gave up a score last time. What adjustments do we need to make to slow them down now and get the ball back for our own offense? Is it more pressure? Is it more zone? What do they have to do? They're trying to figure that out themselves.
We'll see if they can figure that out right here. On second down, here's Rodgers. Over the middle, Julian Edelman. It's complete. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. First down, Rodgers. Slant route caught by Edelman. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. Rodgers now on first down. And that's caught. It's Edelman again. And he's going to go out of bounds at the 30-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. Rodgers again now. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Danielle Hunter in there to drop him as the clock continues to roll. Now Rodgers throwing on second down. Over the middle, the catch made by Mitchell. And he carries this one all the way down to the 9. Give him 30 yards there. And with just over 40 seconds now remaining, he gets up and spikes it. Here's Rodgers to throw on second down. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around 17. Ryan Shazier in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year. To throw, it's Rodgers. And he's going to go down again. And that's sack brings up 4th and goal, a loss of 7. Big play. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he is into the end zone for the touchdown. So they still need a miracle with the clock where it's at, but they get one piece to the puzzle done.
Still have hope. I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed. But if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right. And if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
They'll give it up to McCaffrey. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. And whistles, and they take their final timeout with 7 seconds left. Mahomes going to throw it here. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. Defense in a good spot. Let's see how the offense responds with a 2nd and 13 now. To throw is Mahomes. He's going to float this one deep right side. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end. But now this game is over. A lot of